Welcome to omegabone.com. In this video, I'll be discussing how I learn new music. Thank you for joining me. So, I currently have a jazz trio, and I am looking for some more things to get into. So that means every time you join a new group, that means that you have to either write new material or learn other material. Here in Germany, cover bands are very, very, very popular. Last year I was in a Mother's Finest cover band, and Mother's Finest is a interracial rock band from Georgia, and they were hot in the 70s. And they weren't big in the United States, but they were huge in Germany. They made an album, a live concert album at the Rockpalast, and that still sells today. And if you want to see some people rocking out, you need to check them out. They're an awesome band. But anyway, so to join that, I joined a cover band, a Mother's Finest cover band called Another Mother. And it was short-lived in that they didn't want to perform. They just wanted to play in the basement. Every time there was an opportunity to perform, someone would say, oh, well, And anyway, so I learned, 2 hours worth of music for them, just for them not to perform. I will not do that again. I will only work with professional bands from here on out. But anyway, that leads me to my point today. So when I take a piece of music, I listen to it and listen to it. It takes me a week to learn a new song. But in that week, I can learn maybe 10 to 15 songs. And in a month, I can learn really, really well, maybe 30 songs in a month. I can have them memorized down with steps and, really understanding them. So I have my journal here, and I have at the top, luck favors the prepared, and the second quote is, go, confront the problem, fight, win. That's from The Incredibles, the little super designer. She said that to Holly Hunter's character, the mother superhero, when she didn't know where her husband was. And, this kind of just tells me that if I want something, I have to go get it. She wanted her husband, and, she was kind of cowering at the designer's house, and the designer was like, enough with this. Go get it. Anyway, so this is me going to get it. And here is Baby Love. And these little markers here kind of identify the form for me, so that when we rehearse, I can quickly look down, oh, I know that I have to go back to the purple star. I know that I've missed at this point, so I have all my notes in here. And when I go through this, I can sing with the band exactly as the record plays. And, if they perform their part exactly right, I can do my part exactly right, and we sound perfect. Yeah, when that happens, right? But anyway, so I would recommend writing the lyrics down, not just copying them from the internet and having the piece of paper, but the whole act of writing it down helps me to put it into my muscle memory by writing it down. If I write it down 3 times, the first time I'm writing it, I'm transcribing the song. Syllables, full-on syllables. Let me see if I have an example of. This is Truth Gonna Set You Free. This is in pencil. I don't know how well you can see that. So, but because I wrote it down like that, I knew exactly what it sounded like. Just boom. Because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I know I had to sing 5 O's before I go into the yeah. Yeah, so the first time I'm writing it down, I'm transcribing it. Whatever I hear on the record, that's exactly what I write. Whoever I'm transcribing, whichever voice I'm transcribing. Then the second time I write it, I'm copying it so that it's neat. And so I don't do that in this book. I do this on a separate piece of paper that I throw away. It's kind of like homework. The third time I write it, it's from memory. And I'll probably do that at the end of the week. The beginning of the, like, if the week is 7 days, right? On the first day of the week, I'm listening. The second day of the week, I do the transcription. The third day of the week, I'm practicing with my transcription. The fourth day of the week, I'm copying my transcription. The fifth day of the week, I'm practicing with my transcription. The sixth day or the seventh day, I'm writing it from memory. Now, you don't have to do this, but this is what works for me. This helps me to memorize new songs. And if I have a show where there's some choreography, I will write the entire show, including the steps. You know, on 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, for 3 measures, I'm doing toe touches, I'm doing, not that I can do toe touches, but you know, whatever my movement is, I write that down in the transcription. Then there's an interlude, there's a costume change, then there's the next song. And then I'm doing X, Y, and Z. Enter on this side of the stage, enter on that side of the stage. Whatever I have to do, it's all written down for that number. If the number has 3 songs in it, I have to write down all the words, all the interludes, all the steps. And if I write them down 3 times, I have it. You know, it's very important to write things down, okay? I hope these tips help you to learn your next piece of music. Thank you for joining me.